so 짜증나 that you're like about to climb the wall.
Yeah.
Maybe you're getting crazy. You become Spider-Man.
Oh, yes.
Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe
I
that is
don't
what
know.
it is.
Okay. But anyway, the noisy neighbors, they're driving me up the wall. Have you ever had a noisy neighbor?
Yeah, I've had some kind of noisy neighbors.
Okay.
But I think maybe I am the noisy neighbor.
No. You cannot be.
Okay, I will say, when I first came to Korea, I was using my washer at like 2 in the morning.
Okay, that's not nice. That's
Right?
not nice.
Well,
Yeah.
and I didn't realize that it could be heard
Yes.
until one time my neighbor was using their washer, and I heard it all. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, what have I been doing?
What have I been doing at 2, 3 in the morning?
Well, I just have to tell you something about my neighbor. She likes to vacuum at 8 in the morning.
That's fine.
No, it's not
8
fine.
is fine.
No, not
8
fine,
is fine
for me. No.
After 7 a.m. I think you have to be quiet from like 10
to 7?
to 6.
No.
6 or 7.
No, I would say 10 to at least 9.
Oh, no. Wake up. You got stuff to do.
All right, so drive someone up the wall means drive them crazy.
Yes.
You want some peace and quiet. Now, 2 separate words, but they're used together.
Right.
Peace and quiet.
Yeah, these are 2 words we often put together, peace and quiet. And
Yeah.
it literally is like it's very silent, it's very tranquil. There are no loud sounds, no fighting going on. Just peace and quiet.
Peace and quiet. And if you say, is it too much to ask? Are you asking a question? Or is it just a comment?
Right. Not so much. It's just saying, I feel like there isn't a reasonable amount of something and you are doing too much. You are being unreasonable.
Ah, that's the point.
Right.
You are being unreasonable. I'm asking you this. It's very reasonable. But you feel like it. Do you feel like I'm being unreasonable? No. I'm being reasonable.
Right. So this explanation is a little hard to understand, maybe without context.
Yeah.
So maybe we should listen to the dialogue and
Let's
jump
do
into
it.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Maria, you look like you haven't slept in days.
It's my new neighbors in the apartment next door. They're driving me up the wall.
Are they playing their music too loud?
No, it's worse. They have 3 kids under 6, including an infant who cries all night. I can't get 5 minutes of peace and quiet.
Maybe you could start working in a cafe some days.
Is it too much to ask to be able to work from my home office like I have for the past 3 years?
Okay, you can find our power dialogue on page 14. The noisy neighbors, they're driving me up the wall. Okay, Chad begins by saying, Maria, you look like you haven't slept in days. So if Chad is saying you haven't slept in days, it's kind of saying you really look bad.
You look tired.
You look
like a zombie.
You look like a
Kinda.
zombie, yeah. And Maria says, it's my new neighbors in the apartment next door. They're driving me up the wall. Okay. The new neighbors are driving her up the wall.
They're driving me crazy. They're making me crazy. And it's because they are doing something annoying. Here it is noise related, but it doesn't have to be noise.
Yeah.
It could be an action that they're doing that is just making you go crazy.
Sure. It's tough. I think everybody can relate. There'll be like, they hear this, oh, it's my neighbors in the apartment next door or upstairs, above me or below me. They're driving me up the wall.
This is why I don't want to live in an apartment.
I know. Apartments, you go either up, down, or next.
What do you mean?
Like, because my room, the main room, master bedroom, is connected to a bathroom on the other side and a small room. You can hear everything.
Yeah.
So I actually changed my direction of the bed to the other wall. Interesting.
So true.
I know. Okay, so let's continue. Chad says, are they playing their music too loud?
Maria then says, no, it's worse. They have 3 kids under 6, including an infant who cries all night. I can't get 5 minutes of peace and quiet.
Okay, kids. I love kids. But when they're your neighbors...
They're loud.
They're loud. And if you have an infant, I-N-F-A-N-T.
Yes.
What's an infant?
So an infant is a baby.
Baby. Yes,
So,
baby.
Baby is kind of like I don't know. I could call a 5-6-year-old a baby if I wanted to. I still call my nephew, he's 7. He's the baby of the family.
Oh,
he's
that's
always
cute.
going to be the baby,
yeah.
right? But an infant is a baby that has not started walking yet, essentially.
Yeah.
Like a completely helpless baby.
Right.
Once they start to walk, they become a toddler.
Right.
But when they can't do anything but eat and poop, they're an infant.
Yeah, that's right. That's
cry.
an infant. And cry. Okay. And they cry all night. I can't get 5 minutes of peace and quiet. So Maria cannot get peace and quiet, even for 5 minutes.
Yes. So peace and quiet is this tranquil, no disturbances, kind of Zen-like experience, right? So you often use this in a domestic, in a housing situation.
Yeah.
Often mom or dad want some peace and quiet.
Yeah.
They want the kids to be quiet. They don't want any loud noises. They don't want running around, right? So this peace and quiet is just a relaxing time.
Right. And you kept mentioning the word tranquil. It's spelled Tranquil, which is in Korean 고요한. It's like that kind of very calm and quiet, period of time. And so here, peace and quiet, usually people are like, can I get some peace and quiet around here? It's when they cannot get it, they ask for it.
Right, you often only use this peace and quiet when you don't have it.
Right. Or maybe a mom who has 3 kids, and finally at 11 p.m., she has some peace and quiet.
Yeah.
Because during the day, she doesn't. Okay. Chad says...
Maybe you could start working in a cafe some days.
Okay. Maybe you could is our power pattern. What is Chad suggesting?
This is a light suggestion.
Light.
Hey, why don't you try this? You know, he's not giving a very heavy, you should. Start working in a cafe. But just a friendly hey, what about this? Why not try this?
Yeah.
Maybe you could do this.
Right. So the word maybe and could, both of those words are like, maybe, could, it's up to you.
Yeah, they soften the suggestion a lot.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to look like you're telling someone what to do.
Sure.
Especially in this case.
Right.
It, in the end, is Maria's choice.
All right. Maybe you could. And Maria says, is it too much to ask to be able to work from home office like I have for the past 3 years? Now, this question is really hard to understand.
Yes.
Please tell us, what is she saying, actually?
Yeah.
It's not really a question. It's a statement.
Yes. So before we talked about the word unreasonable when we were explaining this.
Yeah.
Is it too much to ask to be able to work from home? So is that unreasonable? Am I the crazy one?
Yeah.
Is this impossible to expect? That is the actual meaning of this phrase. Is it too much to ask?
Right.
But what we're saying here is, I think this should be normal. And the fact that this is not normal is driving me insane.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
Like this should be normal. I don't think I'm the crazy one. I'm not the bad one. The other people are the bad people.
Yeah.
That's what is meant here with is it too much to ask to be able to work in my home?
Yeah. So you're expressing frustration.
Yeah.
You're saying, there's nothing wrong with me.
Right.
What's going on here?
I'm not the crazy one.
Yeah.
You're the crazy one.
Right.
And the fact that you can't understand that is frustrating me.
Yes.
Is it too much to ask?
We'll give you more examples in just a bit. Let's go ahead and listen to that one more time.
Maria, you look like you haven't slept in days.
It's my new neighbours in the apartment next door. They're driving me up the wall.
Are they playing their music too loud?
No, it's worse. They have 3 kids under 6, including an infant who cries all night. I can't get 5 minutes of peace and quiet.
Maybe you could start working in a cafe some days.
Is it too much to ask to be able to work from my home office like I have for the past 3 years?
It's time for Power Note. We're on pages 16 and 17. If you drive someone up the wall, it means to really annoy or frustrate them. Okay? Do you want to go to the music festival with me?
No, thanks. Large crowds drive me up the wall.
Okay. Large crowds.
Yeah.
I have to agree. I feel this way.
Oh, yeah.
Large crowds drive me up the wall. So I don't really like big concerts. I don't like going to large crowds.
There is something about a lot of people being in the same place that makes everyone dumb. Like, it's like everyone thinks this, I think. It's not like me thinking about this. I think but it's like everyone gets together and then you see, if everyone just waited or everyone went to the right.
Yeah.
Then we could all move together really smoothly.
Right.
But everyone ends up going in their own direction.
Sure.
And everything takes 5 times as long.
Yeah. I know.
That is the part, I think, that drives me up the wall.
Yeah.
Or like you go to a big supermarket.
Yeah.
And you have the cart.
Right.
And if people just stayed to the right side.
Yeah.
And they were aware of the people around them. It would be so much easier to shop.
Yeah.
But do you ever have that thing where, someone is standing right in front of the product that you want to grab off the shelf?
Right.
But you can't grab it.
Yeah, because they're right there.
Because they're right there with their cart.
Yeah.
And you just stand there for 3 minutes.
Yeah. Because you don't want to be like, excuse me. You want to give them some time, but they're doing something else. Yeah, I know. It's frustrating.
Gosh.
All right. The woman's annoying laugh drove her date up the wall.
Oh, people I don't think I have a good laugh.
Oh.
But yeah, laughs can drive up the wall.
Do you think some of our listeners, your laugh drives them up their wall?
I'm
up
sure.
The wall?
I'm sure.
I hope not.
I'm sure for some people. Because it's a very big laugh, right? Well, and I used to...
But me too.
Here's kind of some behind the story. I used to laugh into the microphone.
Oh.
But now, every time I laugh, I have to turn away.
Oh.
Because it's so...
It's so loud.
It's loud. So I have to, turn my face.
Oh, but I like your laugh. It's genuine.
Well, thank you very much. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, things that can drive you up the wall. Mosquito in your bedroom when you're trying to sleep.
At 4 a.m.?
At 4 a.m.
Yeah.
That can drive you up the wall.
Sure.
Or someone's high-pitched voice like this.
Oh.
This can drive you up the wall.
I'm very sensitive to people's voices. So if it's very squeaky or it's too nasal, it can drive me up the wall.
Right. Or right now in my neighborhood, they're changing the water pipes under the street. So the jackhammer.
Drilling.
That's driving me up the wall right now.
That's right. Construction noises can drive you up the wall for sure. Okay. Peace and quiet means where it's quiet. Well, we know. 평화. And, right? Okay.
Yeah.
And 고요한.
Yeah.
We know. But how it's used, this is important.
Yeah. 평온 might be a good one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of spending a weekend camping with myself in the mountains.
That sounds nice. I could use a little peace and quiet myself.
Okay. So it's really when you don't have any distractions.
Yeah.
I think this is a key point. Nothing is disturbing you.
Yes.
Okay. How do you find peace and quiet in such a big city?
That's so true.
Yeah. How do you?
It is a really hard thing because I think that many places in Seoul are just really loud all the time.
Yeah.
But every once in a while, I think there are little parks sometimes
Sure.
that you can find. Like I've gone to the Hangang, to the Han River, and sometimes you can get some peace and quiet there, depending on where you go.
Well, in front of my apartment, there is a lovely little park.
There is.
Wow. I mean, I don't think I'm ever going to move. I I think I'm just going to stay here for a long time.
When you used to live in Hadong, which was like only peace and quiet.
Only peace and quiet.
No noise. No noises at all.
And dark.
And dark.
At night. Okay. All right. Is it too much to ask? It's not really a question. It's saying, I mean, am I being that unreasonable?
Yeah. Or you're ridiculous, you're crazy, or you're unreasonable.
Not me.
For doing this thing.
Okay. Is it too much to ask for you to put your phone on silent?
I'm so sorry. I forgot to do that when I walked in the theater.
Yeah.
So it is very normal, natural, good manners to turn your phone on silent in the theater.
In a concert, yeah.
Right. So the first person is angry that the phone went off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it too much to ask for you to turn off your phone?
Right. It's like saying, turn off your phone and let's be reasonable.
Yeah.
Is it too much to ask for people to let me get off the bus before they get on?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
This drives me up the wall.
Yeah.
The elevator?
Yeah.
Like, I need to get off the elevator, but I can't because people are getting on?
Yeah.
Is it too much to ask for them to wait?
This is great.
3 seconds?
I think this is a great question. Everybody understands, like, yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Please wait until I get off. Okay. Maybe you could, is a light suggestion. Maybe you could get a loan from the bank.
I've got bad credit.
Yeah.
My credit score isn't
Oh,
good.
well, oh well.
Maybe you could take a year off from school and travel with me.
Oh, that sounds great, but I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, I have to finish. Okay, infant is our power vocab today on page 18, so do check out the definition. And make sure to stop by Audio Ohagdang. That's right. For a very small monthly fee, you can have access to so many wonderful programs here at EBS Radio.
Yes.
Okay. And don't forget to join us tonight.
Yes, for evening special.
At 6 p.m. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.